Welcome to my introductory video. Please allow me to say a few words about myself. I just finished the 12th academic year, the first year of the IB program in the British International School of Budapest. I am a student mainly interested in mathematics, computer science and logical problems, and I am an active part of the community. I started the first 6 years of my education in a local primary school in Budapest. The following year, which is year 7, I traveled to Singapore to spend my next academic year at the United World College of Southeast Asia, away from my parents. Though I studied English for 6 years beforehand, it was mostly grammar and words, not speaking. But I still got great grades at the end of the year, even with this reasonable disadvantage. Thanks to these amazing results and my drastic improvement in English, the next year when I moved back to Hungary, I jumped straight into year 10 in the British International School of Budapest, skipping 2 years. My English speaking capability grew to the point where I could speak English perfectly, helping me during the lessons and improve my final grades, and also started learning in French next to it. From that year to year 12, I kept further improving my study results, got involved in different events in school like the Northern Education Tanzania expedition and outside school activities like with UNICEF. I have been doing numerous activities and services. On a smaller scale, I always helped my classmates in a specific subject when they needed assistance in understanding the material. Even when I could barely speak English, I managed to help people out on math class. In my 7th year, when I studied in Singapore, I was taking part in the Blue Dragon Global Concern during the year, an organization that helps street children in Vietnam. During the same year, I was part of the local service called 40 Trees for 40 Years, which was about getting to know about the trees around the school campus, teaching the rest of the community about them, taking care of them to a certain degree, and raising awareness of them. When I got back home, I wished to continue what I started, and decided to get in touch more with UNICEF, and I was asked to produce numerous videos from footage they recorded on their events, from which most of them were shown on big events and put on their official YouTube channel. This did not stop me from going further within the school community. As soon after my return, I went on the North Anglia Education Tanzania expedition. This was a multi-step process, as we had to raise enough money to be able to go there first. Then we managed to build a school and an emergency center for the locals, and while we were not doing so, we were teaching them various subjects there. Outside of school, I have been doing more volunteer work, such as helping at the Hungarian Baptist Aid, Reform Charity, and helping the homeless every Saturday morning. Thanks to these activities, last year I was honored to receive the title of the UNICEF Children's Rights Ambassador, possibly one of the youngest ones, if not the youngest, wearing this title. With it comes the responsibility of annually creating reports to the UN. Although studying and services consume most of my free time, in the remainder some of my favorite pastime activities are editing videos, video game programming, 3D printing and biorobotics. I have a good background in these areas. I have edited videos for UNICEF. I have made a chemistry teaching program for the school. The other favorite activity of mine is sport shooting. Firearms are instantly associated with war and aggression. This is not true, however. I condemn those, but shooting requires huge self-control and focus. For me, it is unethical to kill something for fun, so I never have and never will shoot at animals. I used to play football for a while. Back in primary, I used to go swimming on a regular basis, which soon enough turned into playing water polo. I have done this for many years, but I then had to stop because of going to Singapore. Then I played tennis for a long period of time, but eventually stopped to pay more attention to school. For the sake of my health, I am currently doing some self-training. My life goal is to help others, but in order to be able to do so, I first must acquire knowledge with which I am able to help. I wish to continue my studies in the areas I am interested in, which is mainly computers, mathematics, or as simplified, the sciences. Although my parents outdid their potential, supported me throughout the entirety of my education, with their help and with the finances. Unfortunately, paying for university would be too much, even with their unmatchable efforts for me, or could only pay for part of it, and so I am unable to carry on with my studies without a scholarship. If I get a scholarship, I would be thankful for the opportunity by using it properly and studying well, showing it that I could do at a high standard and I was a great choice for it.